Good afternoon. All God's people say amen. Amen. I'm easy. So I dress up when I preach, but otherwise, so I'm very informal, all right? And so thank you so much for allowing me to come here today to bring the message.
Iti bantu ke chan neng ke pek sa ale thong chim kho ding chan neng ke ser pek sa long nam tam pi ke nei.
My name is Florence, and I work for the American Baptist Home Mission Societies.
Kabin chu Florence Lee ke si ke ma hi American Baptist Home Mission Society coordinator atun mi ke si ti.
This is called the Home Mission in United States plus Puerto Rico.
Mahi ama atun nak he American Home Mission TV si Asia le kha ama ne kan tai mi si ma chana Puerto Rico TV kha ama ne tai na kha chim.
In American Baptist Church there are over 5,000 churches and over 1.2 million members.
American hen thong reng lau pri fa bu kan mi member in John million pakhat le pi kha kan ra ko me ti.
And so international ministry is the other partner, Home Mission International Ministries, that send missionaries to do mission work in overseas. There are two main departments.
Kan rian tuan nak department ng jiao overseas ti mi ram leng lai mission rian tuan nak song ume ram chung rian tuan nak te song kha ka ban tu te ka ume ti.
The former name for international ministry is called the Foreign Mission Societies.
Ramleng le rin kan tuan ni amin chu Foreign Mission Society dia kan ko
And that goes back to 1812 when Adonai Justin set sail from Salem, Massachusetts, went all the way to Burma.
So the John American Mission Society tu chen mi ne ken Jason zong kha Jason siang boy ba ko ram le an rak tha mi kha si ti.
So there are two strong arms of mission partners, plus American Baptists have many other strong mission partners, such as women ministries.
American Society ni hen atu ba tu rian an tuan na society te kha mun ni na the ni chuwa chun atu women le rian tuan na ve ministry zong kha ve tak tin kha atun chi mi ai de ti.
My responsibility or my calling, I would like to say that my calling, that God calls me to serve. I was born in Hong Kong, and I left Hong Kong 1976. My family was not a Christian family.
Ke ma hi Hong Kong mi ke si Hong Kong zong ka dot ngai Hong Kong hin Hong Kong na rami minung khak se ti.
When the missionary, the last one, it's about 1967, the missionary, American Baptist missionary in Burma got kicked out or, exit out from Burma. The missionaries came to Philippines, Thailand, and Hong Kong. The name of the missionary is Harold Shaw.
Missionary Harold Shaw te mi kha ani hi Asia ram chunga ram tam pia kan missionary tuan ding kin ara I Thailand te Philippines te na kan kiba ra phade te.
So I was in Hong Kong through high school, and during high school I want to study more English and got to know the missionary.
Ke ba hi Hong Kong sang kai mi si jun mirang cha jong hi Hong Kong kan chon bai ti ka kan atu ban tu rian ka tuan kho na he mirang kho jong kha ati kho de bi ka si ti ka tuan kho na si ti ati.
I was about maybe 13, 14 years old. I didn't know the real God. I know there's a God, but because the family ancestor worship in Hong Kong or in China.
Hong Kong hin krifa bi jong kan dak tampa maka ajon ani he krifa bi sibe dega krifa chung ko thare ni ka arak thang me si di.
So through a missionary and also my classmate, 6th grade classmates, that brought me to the youth group, that how I became a Christian.
Kay ma krifa ka chan ning he di Hong Kong ka classmate mo ka kai ti hoi na ruang na khan kay ma he krifa ka chan ka si di.
In summer of 1975, a group of American Baptist pastors and region executive directors went to Asia to visit different mission sites, like in Philippines and Thailand, and as well as in Hong Kong.
America le in man tha mi mission le rin tun tu ba ka thong kan ta ko sob sri kum nga hen to Philippines te na Thailand na mun tam pia kan ama ni mission kha arak ve de.
So I was the tour guide, show them Hong Kong and Macau.
Ma chun kay ma ni hin chu lam karak ku sai karak zu le de.
And at the end of the week, one of the pastor asked me from Kansas, that young lady, what do you like to do in your life?
Kansas lain ara mi pastor pakhat ni aban kahal mi chu dong aban kahal mi chu Zayda na nun suman tuan na nuti mi kawan kale.
So I told him that I want to come to America to study, to go to college.
America ahin
to go to
America ahin siang kai ding ka kadu timi ka chime.
I have 10 siblings, 6 girls and 4 boys in my family. You know, in Asia that we have big families. My mother keeps having girls, and no boy until the one above me is a boy. Then after him, then me again, a girl.
Kay hi unaw ka pa sa ba kane di mituruan se kay makachung dui pa pa ka tang lai ju nu mo tiken se di.
You see, my parents also are refugees. They run away from the communists from China, you know.
Kay makanu ka pa so refugee and sibe di China chouza sin and arab ki mian si di.
And so when this pastor said that, young lady, what do you want to do in your life? So I jumped the opportunity. I want to come to America to study. And so in the summer of 1976, I packed my bag. Didn't know there's a snow in America. So my mom gave me a heavy coat. And I left my family and came to United States, from Hong Kong to Kansas, a land of Dorothy.
Teka chun ti Hong Kong ka thila ka kai tim mi Kansas TV City khan Kansas khan siang guiding khan hi ka le ka pok ka rak chuak ti ka family ka kan tak lai ti.
So Hong Kong was a very busy, bustling place, and go to a Kansas with all this cornfield, and 3 hours you don't see any high rise. I said, where are the people?
Hong Kong le thu din ning le hi ka le kha ai lo tuk ti ka khan Kansas le ka rak phan ti ka chun menung jong phoi kam han tia khu ai menung an ba lo ni viet tin ha ka hu ti.
And so through that time away from the family, very homesick, missing all this Chinese food. But in 4 years in school, my faith grew, get acquainted with a group of Christians on campus, Christian friends on campus in school, that I learned more about God.
Achin mi chu ma Kansas ong na campus sa yin di hoi tam pi ka dei na chu chun krifa khoi na sin zong kan tam pi karak chone di.
So fast forward, I finished school and I majored in social work because I want to help people. I saw the missionary help other people, so I want to help other people. And then I went to seminary in California, and now I'll cut off some of the year in between. I'm here now serving American Baptist Home Mission Societies for probably the 16 years now in that church.
Mada chun siang za kara kai ka di nuwa kan di social work ti mi kha ka tu ani mi kha he dia ka bom na he di ma di California kan Bible siang ka pe than Bible siang ka kai chu adi chun atu hi ti ban tu ka rian ka tu ni ka rian tu na kum thei ru sa chang e dia di.
I started in March of 2004, so today is March 1st that complete my 16.
Di hin hi ka ku da ka na se ni hin hi ti kum thei ru rian ka tu na atin di ba kha tu ni hin se ti.
And so in 2006, we had the first Asian conference. I worked with all the Asian pastors in United States, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Indonesian, whoever the immigrants come from Asia that are within American Baptist, and that is my service, working along with them.
Hi kai ara ka thel mi hi ka mun akur mi Asia ra min te apun phun an kan ra jo Asia ra mi na kha hi kan American society ya rian tun kho ding kan hi ka hin meeting zong kha kan tua ti.
And also within American Baptist, there are many Asians from first generation now down to third or fourth generation.
So tika jo na che ka da ka thel tika atu ka my first generation ban tu kan si market generation pakat du kan ka atu ju fourth generation ti mi mo generation pali lai he phan mi Asia minung tam pi ka na jang ti.
My sermon today, the big word is move. On the go, always moving, always doing something. So I want to share with you a little bit more that how are we really connected with God on the move. So 2006, we have a summer Asian conference in Seattle, Washington. And here on the stage, sitting all the head of the leadership of American Baptist leaders.
Tutani nan sili chim ka du mi pathian hi zai tin da chol chang ti mi kha rian a thuan a chang vai ti mi kha tutana chim ka du na pathian chu a zum zalin a chang vai mi a chol chang nam mi pathian a si kha tutana hen chim ka du na e tin.
And then out there in the audience, in the participants, are our Asian pastors and lay leaders, and then two very outstanding leaders. First time I met them was Reverend Dr. Ducom and also Reverend Dr. Solatu, the Korean leaders, and also plus a few others that later I learned them. And here they addressed the question to the General Secretary, Reverend Roy Medley, Dr. Roy Medley. They asked him a question.
Asia minung na ito na conference pi kan nei ati chu ka chun kamu mina chu Reverend Dr. Ducom le ti solitude ti mi kha kamu na ti anma chu le ti tui Reverend Roy Medley ti mi former General Secretary of ABC kan dila judi ama kha zenga dila bia chot na le ton na kha nei ti.
And the question is that our church now have a lot of refugee beginning to come, a lot of Korean and a lot of change now to come in. What are American Baptists going to do?
American Baptist krifa chunga hin ti refugee tam pi kha Asia le se ram dang len an rai hi ka mun an rak chin nang mang e ti.
Not knowing the first group of the Burma diaspora brothers and sisters, the Korean, they've been living in North Thailand for over 25, 30 years.
Bagol mi kan timin ha Korean le minung kha Thailand na refugee ka le an ma zong kha hi ka mun mo refugee ra mi tam bia ma sa kan rak se ti.
So a few questions is really, addressing that American Baptists, missionary have gone overseas, and now people are coming. I consider myself a mission product because when I was in Hong Kong, that I have encountered some of the mission work.
Lana chun dun America missionary bol kha kan ma sina an rai thong than kan sim asina atu chu kan ma tu kha an ma sina atu kan da than chun ke ma zong hi Hong Kong kum liwa mission le ko an pe tai ke ban du lung fian na thai na ka rak be ti
First Baptist Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. The pastor was telling us later in a story that one Sunday there are two Korean went into the church because they saw the sign American Baptist.
Minnesota Karen kan tilai chu kri fa an ni ara ma sa mi si cha an ni kin an ban rat te ka thil pakhat an bumi ti chu san bon an bu ka American Baptist Church ti mi te an ban hu te ka khia khan an ka le ti.
At the end of the service, the Korean brother came to the pastor. He said, "Can I bring some friends next Sunday?"
Chu te ka chu san bo te an ba kal te ka chu pum na si chu pum na chun an pum ti ya khan an pastor sin an hal mi chu next Sunday ya khan hoi le ka hoi kho tha lai mo ti mi ka hale.
So the following Sunday, he brought 15 people with him to the church.
Si ma chun ti next Sunday kan tilai chu ma ka ke manung le nga kha aban e shoi na ti.
And the Sunday after that, he brought 30, 40, 50 Korean people came with him.
Chu te ka chun ma kin amai zara khan som thum aban shoi than chang na zat no la khan som li som ma ti ki tak pi kare manung kha aban shoi na e.
And they told the pastor, we had no place to stay. We didn't know where to live. So the pastor set up the basement, cleaned up the basement very fast, and let the people sleep there for a little while.
So te ka chu minung khatam pian da te ka amma azon an ti mi chu pastor pa kha na kan ne ti lo we ti an ti te ka pastor pa the basement kha tan shi ji tu pian na chu ka chun chu mun te chun.
So just to give you a little bit how that American Baptists began the Burma refugees resettlement and the mission work. In 2007, Dr. Roy Medley set up the whole denomination, set up the Burma Refugee Task Force.
So te ka chun di America Baptist Krifa bu ni zaitin da an kan bo mission den an 20 mi ka tu chimi la khan khete te ke resettlement di mi mo khuwa kan sa tu kan tu da khan amma ni kin an kan zo khen ni tang an kan tla ge de.
And because my desk is working with all Asians from overseas coming, so Dr. Roy Medley appointed me to be the task force coordinator to work with different mission partners.
So te ka chun tu kan chip che mi Dr. Roy Medley ti mi hi ko ram mi tam pi akan bom tu si ama ni kin chu vial te tuan bo le bom chan nak rin kha ama ni kin tuan bo akan la ge.
So I have Dr. Ducam and Reverend Solitude, international ministry staff, Stan Marie, he's retired now, Roy Medley and myself, 5 of us to start small with the task force. And then we tell the regions, American Baptists, the way they operate is there are 34 regions across the country.
So te ka tu hi kai ma le Reverend Roy Medley ni hen tu hi chu hi kai mi refugee Krifa bu du kan ma hi ka le kol mi ara mi vial tin thang thong kha amma kan ma ni hen tu hi rian kan tun bi nai asi kho chungin kan bom hai ti.
And one missionary family came back from Thailand. They were in Thailand for over 22 years. He's American, you're American, and speak fluent Korean because he worked for the Korean people.
Kum som tum kum hi tiang Thailand na ria tu mi American missionary kha Amazon kha chu ka chun ria tu mi ara kum ti.
So we formed a task force in 2008. We went to Thailand to the Korean refugee camp. They have 9 refugee camps. So we went to Mela camp, the largest camp, to see the Korean refugees resettlements.
จุดที่ก็จุนกระเรนจาก refugee ตั้งไงไทยนั้นขัน refugee นะผมมีฮิการเล่นรักพันจุดอันมาจงเขา resettlement ที่มีอาศัยติดได้ฮิการควรสักหลายตุนนั้นตุกหลายที่มีกองกาวขันบ่มฉันตั้งปีให้จากกิจงข้ากันจุดชัวมาที
In 2009, then Dr. Dukam said that let's go to Malaysia because there are over 65,000 Chin and plus other, ethnic groups are there. So let's go to Malaysia. So we went to Kuala Lumpur in 2009 and went up to one of the forests where a lot of our Chin brothers and sisters had to hide in the forest.
จุดที่ก็ดักทาสิดูกำในกันอากาศมีจูค่ะมาเลเซียก็ตัวเสมาเลเซียเห็น refugee มีทองส้มรุกและทองกอลระเบียนก็ที่อาทิตย์จ้าจุกาเลยจูทองนี้กุ้มกัวกันกันเลยจูกาจนไล่มีสองคนมีสองค่ะรำตังบักเอามีไม่รู้ตั้มปีกันนายเอง
So that was my first time visit the Chin refugee community.
จูกบฏขัดนักเช่น refugee committee นั่นแหละอันมาสินิกกับผู้นักสิที
So I went through the area where most of our Chin brothers and sisters live. 10 families in one room and 15 families in one room.
ก็พักที่ก็จนที่อาคารประคันนาอาคาร family ประธานนาปัสรินาปรุณนาขันกาจนอันนั้นผมนี่มึงขาดกันอันเมติเตตดไง
So we make appointment with UNHCR to talk to the director to speed up the resettlement for the Chin and some of the Kachin also live in Kuala Lumpur.
จุดจุดโกลาลัมพูร์มี UNHCR ให้กัน appointment กันหลักอามาต้นดิ่งกันติดลงมากันได้จริง
So my encounter with the Burma diaspora with all your community been started since 2006 and 7. So it's been 10 years or more.
จุดที่ก็จุนกอล refugee เฮริงกัน20นะคิดดูเฮกุมรุกุมสริแหล่งข้าศึกจังเดียดดี
Now, when I get a chance to come out to share the message, it may not be the normal sermon type. Is that because that I would like, combine with my social work, my life experience, but also the calling, what God is calling us to do.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, you're man or women. But what God is calling us to do today. So that's why the topic today is I want to mission challenge in such a time like this.
จุดจ้าจุนที่ประเทศนี้เห็นฮิกามึงกันผักติกาใจด่าบ่อยไปอาการดุเบียใจเด็ดตัวน่าเสียทีมีอาการดุที่มีฮีตัวตานาเห็นชมกันตุน่าจ้าอาตั้งปีกันที่มีจูฮิบันตุกนี่ละจ้านาเห็นบ่อยไปนี้ใจบันตุกมิชชันเรียนดัดตัวน่าเสียทีอาการดุที่มีกองข้าตัวตานาเห็นกันชมนั่นแหละเด้
And here, next slide, please. I picked these three scriptures from Deuteronomy 10 and 19, Isaiah 61:5, and Matthew 25:35.
I'm going to read this.
Yeah, please read that in Chin.
ไอ้ที่มีไบเบิลจังคำหุ่นทุ่มเสียแล้วหุ่นทุ่มเสียแล้วมันขนาดดิวโทรโนมีเดลชาจังให้กลัวข้าสลายดิวโทรโนมีเดลชาจังให้กลัวนักสลายกับวันเดลายจูจ้ามีเปมคาโดอูใจตินเตียนันนิคาอิจิปรามมีเปมนันรักซีประคัดนะแล้ววันนี้นักไอซายาเดลสมรุกเลเดลคัดไอซายาสมรุกเลเดลคัดจังงานะข้าสลายสมรุกเลเดลคัดจังงานะข้ากับวันเดลายเยรูซาเล็มรำดังมินินเรียนอันอินทวนเปียกลายนัสติลข้าอันอินโซเคนเปียกนาลายอีนเลวข้าอันอินโทเปียกนาลายนามิสุรดุมข้าอันอินโจเปียกนาลาย
You see, yeah,
Matthew ada adong na bigju Mathai dal kul dal na ha selai Mathai dal kul dal na som thum le chang na kha selai ka role atam i role nan ka pek ka ti ahal i ti nan ka pek khwal ka si i nan ina nan ka chun ter kha asara mi se
see this scripture to sum up is not new to all of us. Because this is the biblical mandate, the God's mandate to his creation. God mandate for all the people on earth. Welcome the strangers. Welcome the strangers. Feed them when they're hungry. Okay? So it's not new that in America it happened today. This is going back to the biblical time that started from Abraham all the way throughout the history.
Hi Bible chang hi athar salo atu ikan makan siling zong hi thil thar salo in Bible cha hlun chan la Bible chana arakum chang mi Bible cha changa kha stranger ti mi khuen ha kha don ha anwa kha so khen ha ti mi Bible cha sam thok arakum chang mi si de.
So I want to give you this foundation of this passage that you were a stranger, but maybe you're no longer a stranger now. So how are you going to welcome other strangers than your own? So this is on the move, on the move. Next slide, please.
La chu cha achun ti a thok ka achun na ma chu khul ban tung nan dak si sina atu chu khul se ti loin nan ni chu hi ka hen khua sa khua mi ban tukin nan chang chang chu cha achun asia chun de zai da kan tu lai zai tin da kan chol chang lai a boi pa cha ti mi kha ro hau se.
You see, in the Old Testament, it started from the father of faith, Abraham. God calls him, leave your homeland, go where I will give you. That will be a promised land somewhere. Go find it. Go move. Go beyond your own. Go beyond your comfort zone to go a place that God will still be with you. So remember that. Abraham, Moses, Joseph, David, prophets, Israelites. The Israelites is a symbol, represent the people of God. Are we a people of God? Yes, we are people of God. God tells us, keep going, keep moving.
Bible cha run chana zup nak le in kan pa te kan ro mi na Abraham le Moses te na Joseph te na David te na prophet tam pi kha boi pa le fial mi na chu nan nak mun ke chialu hun dang kha kol to tia zu Bible cha run chung a fial mi tam pi kan we de.
And even in the New Testament, that started with our Savior, Jesus, and then his disciples called them, abandon your fishing. Okay, come with me, Peter. Come with me, James. So on the move, keep going. Disciples, Paul, apostles, the Jews, the Gentiles, up to us today. Where are we going today?
Bible cha thar kan zo than tik zong a khan ti Bible cha thar chana Jisu Christ ni azul tu na zong rau van ka zulu ti kha boi pa Jisu ni ken a fiel la man han khoi ka wa azul ding le ren tuan ding kha boi pa ni ken a fiel la man ha de.
Now one thing, no matter where we move and how we go, we always have to remember, and this is one of the 10 commandments in the Old Testament, Deuteronomy 5:6, that God had built a relationship, God had built a covenant with us, with the people of God. That I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, that you were not free, you were experiencing a religious persecution, that whatever bondage you have, but you are my people. You shall have no other gods before me. So that is the covenant. It's not a contract, but it's a covenant.
Khoi ka lei kan kal bua se ban tuk rian kan tuan zong a zai dir mun kan phak zong a hian di kan thai pen ding a ba pi ngai mi chu Deuteronomy dal nga chang ru chang sri na ge Bible cha ideal mi se ti zai ban tuk dir mun le har na molop na nan ton chan zong a ti.
Next slide.
Pathian long hi Jehovah pathian long hi kan pathian si ti kha phil lo ding se ti.
But we are human beings. We cannot be Israelites behave so well all the time. Your parents, your children cannot behave all the time. And don't let the children behave all the time. Let them do something, rebel against you.
นั่นเทดิ่งฮิกาควกันสักที่จงฟ้าและก็เห็นเป็นใจอินกันมานี่คินตาชุนนักอันมาอันดุมีแต่เดจงข้าตัวเวกุน่าสิที่มีจงข้าใจน่าจนคิดเดข้ากันทิ้งลงชุงเชี่ยหาเวดี
We learn by mistakes. The Israelites, they sin against God. They worship idols. They live their own ways. The same as us. So the nation of Israel was destroyed and people were exiled to Babylon in the Old Testament time.
So tega Israel tu biasa orang jauh tan tega, woi penol ay ngai lau sa kan di, ani kha Babylon kan salah antang di biasa orang kan mu di.
The darkest history for the Israel people is when they live in a foreign land, exile, that by the river of Babylon. How could I sing the Lord's song by the river of Babylon? How long, oh God, will I sing the song? When can I go home?
Babylon salah tan dia kan Israel minaka, Israel orang ngai tu kan zaitin da, Babylon tiba kamin. ประเทศทั้งชัดนักหาค่ะสิตินกันสักคนละเดียอันรำง่ายนักจูนินอันดักเมติ
Now this is something is very depressing in some way, is because we connect with it. We connect with it. So even though right now as an immigrant, so I consider myself also an immigrant. We all immigrants are coming here. That how can we sing the Lord's song by the river of Babylon? Because we're not at home anymore. Home, which means our birthplace, the place where our heritage, our identity, and our solidarity. We have to give them up to come to this place. And yet this place, we're not sure. Is that the promised land?
Hiban tukin Amerika ramakan ratika hindi. Mipem dirmun kan ratika. Kan tinunga komi pakat zai si kan ti siya tuni. Hi mi kuala mi ramen patien thang that nak la mo patien athat nak zai tinda kan rel kholai tia Babylon salata mina Israel mi bantu kan tinunga koe ti.
So when the people are very depressed, very dark in the valley of the death, they don't know what tomorrow will bring. God bring the messengers, Isaiah, Jeremiah, all these major prophets come, speak for God and bring the people together that you will go home and rebuild.
Jutika John di Israel min ha zong kha chaban du har sat nak chana num liwa khan prophet na sinin boy bane bia aru nai nika khada jun nan ram nan kirthan lai nan khuan nan ram kan ser than la ya prophecy na bia chim.
In the Old Testament, God, Yahweh, is a very harsh. You do things wrong, God, Yahweh, will punish you, put you into the enemy's hands.
Bible จะหุ่นชาดีจาวที่มีอันประเทียนฮีดีอันนี้ฮีพี่อันไงแล้วก็เสียจนดันตัดจดหาจุดจ่าจนอันนี้ฮีดันตัดมาง่ายมีประเทียนรักษีดี
Next slide, please. When we come to the New Testament, God's movement on the go is even unimaginable because that is not God anymore to do His work. God is appointed us and trusted us, commissioned us to be on the go, and this is where the Christian history, keep moving.
จุดจ่าจนไบเบิลจะทาร์ชุมรองกันสุดที่กาบอยปาฮีอักลเป็งนี้อาโจลจังเป็งมีประเทศสินาคาฮิการกันหวยชูเนจวนเซียเรียนดัชวนนาสติอาการดุที่มีค่าฮิกาจงให้ไบเบิลจะทาร์ชุมตั้มปีขกันโมดี
This move is not like an earthly type of move or the secular thinking of move. I don't like this neighborhood, so I'm going to move to a different neighborhood. This move is talk about your spiritual move. It talk about your spiritual being, your Christian calling. What is your mission? Is your mission calling you to live in that neighborhood? Is the mission calling right now burning in you so that you can care about the people in Chin Hills?
chu cha chun atui hi ban tu poi ban akan du piang mi sei da akan am ho chan asiti mi America society secular le kan tira chu valei le thil si ding ka chim du mi sara we ti tharau le in poi ban ni sei da akan du sei tin da thu dir na se sei rian da tun na se ti mi kha poi ban akan du mi tu kha tharau le tu ka chim du mi si ti.
In Sunday school, everybody grew up in Sunday school. This is the favorite one, John 3:16.
Sunday school kan na ni andu chem mi Bible sam pakas mi chu Zohan dal thum reu ka si ti.
God has one mission and only one mission. That is that God so loves the world, not just China or Hong Kong or Burma or United States, the world. God so loves the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. That is the promise. That is the gun ho in there.
ประเทศนี้เบียอากันกับมีประคัตใจสีกันตีเสียจนประเทศจ่าเห็นมิชชั่นประคัตเราเมตีไชน่าที่จงเราจนโกรัมที่จงเราประเทศจ่าจนวันเลยเห็นมิชชั่นเดินจนดิ่งขาประคัตเราเมตีจูจนไบเบิลจังอดูชิมีเด็กขาประเทศนี้วันเลยอดอทริงรันจ่าฟ้าบางให้ชุดเด็กขาเป๊ะจูจ่าจนอามาจุมีปูจูอันที่ไรเราจุมใจนั่นอันไงไล่ที่มีขาสิ
Whatever reason, you know, because in the darkness of the night, your tears was wiped by God's hand. That when you really come to the end, that you realize this is the beginning of God. The end of man is the beginning of God.
ฉันตั้งปีจนให้บรรทุกมุ่นนักว่ากันสักแต่ก็เห็นชิ้นดูนักจูhar sa tak tam bigan tong lai nun phung jong tam lo lo mi la phokan sa te ka zai ti si jong a khaban tu ki zai gan ti la lung ra thai ra ngai chan tam bigan tong lai kan lung dong lai sem so lo pathian tha jang pathian ai thok nak chu chu adok nak khan ama tha jang thon nak ai thok ti mi kha lang ta mi se.
That move is the mission. The mission of God is for us, for you and me, for young and old, for male and female. First of all, you accepted Christ and you live like Christ. We try to be a good Christian, but we're human beings. There are times we didn't behave. You know, the Old Testament repeat, history repeat. We repeat mistakes. So, but we try to live like Christ.
Bible cha jong kan hu mi chu achana chun Bible cha ai sual na ka tam pi kan hu asana ni hin mi cha jong ki sual na kha ti kan ma ni kan tu than leng mang e repeat kha kan tu than na mang e ti kan dun na ka hin.
But we don't put Christ in our pocketbook. We don't put Christ on the shelf of our home. We bring Christ out to the people.
Jesus Christ hi ti achung ma chia ben kan poke zong a chia ding salo kan in zong a kan va chia ta ding salo hi Jesus achung ma chia lo a leng le kha vakal ter ding kha kha akan du piang mi si ti.
So God's mission on the move now.
就早就不天 mission 嘅地面就做做正做嘛，另嚟错嘅akal做嘛咪是地面卡是。
So when Apostle Paul, he was so became Paul. So he know the journey, how hard it was. He through thick and thin, he stuck it out.
Paul 講緊實啲㗎，依家係 Paul 呢不天阿多女，即係打 mission 講阿做正，即係打人哋地面卡Bible 從啊咁冇啲。
And I do believe that every one of us here are also Saul before we became Paul. Where is your transformation experience? Where did you meet God? Where God opened your eyes?
ประเทศนี้โซลส่งขาอ้าวหานะอามินะโซลเดียรักษีประเทศนี้อ้าวไอเทียนหน่วยจนพอลเดียดีดีจู่ๆกันมาจิวตรงนี้ประเทศอาการโกนั่นอาการโกหนุ่ยกันจังใบหนึ่งเสียกันมินสีตรงกันสีหนึ่งไอเทียนวิบัติเขาดีค่ะอาเชม
Next slide, please. The last line. What is our mission today? What are we here for? What is the mission drive us to move? To move to where?
hi ka hian ti mi chu asia chun te ni hin ni kan mi shen tak tak hi zai da si ti mi kan thei bo ti mi kha tu chang an ron ha se.
Next slide, please. We try to build a new life here, and some of us want to pursue the American dream. The American dream, for most of us immigrants, are thinking you have a good wife, a good husband, a good house, and a good car, and good children, and good education. These are American dreams. But yet, many of us didn't get that. It became an American nightmare. The American dream became a nightmare.
Se hi ka han nun thar hi ka han khu kan sak te ka hi ne ti hi kan America ni a vision kan tilai chu a chun mang pi kha ne ni kan thin kho mo hi ka an system education lai in move him thiam nak lai adang dang lai America pi a dream kan tilai chu chun mang pi kha ni kan thin kho mo kan ti se chun kan thin kho lo e ti kan si ni zong ni kan phan lo e ti.
Many of us make condition with God. Our prayer sometimes becomes a conditional prayer. God, if you do this, if you promise to do this for me, then I will do this. It's a conditional.
Achana chun kan thacham nak he ti a che ni ya in kan tilai chu thil si ning hoi in tha zong kan nak cham to ne ti hi na tu asi hi ka tu alai mo hi tin na ka pek se chun hi tin ka tu ve lai ti ban tu thacham conditional prayer kha achana chun kan mang te.
So we put God in a box, cannot move.
Chu te ka chu pathian kha box chunga kan ron ban tu be chang ni lenga ka chu ter khau ti lo te.
The more we put God in the box, the less American dream we can perceive. The more nightmare we see in front of us.
Pathian kha box chunga ka dilai ti packing chungi kan ron deu kan che deu asia chun America pi ni a dream pi akan du pi ak mi kha kan kin kholo deu ko la e.
So now, are we living like Christ or not living like Christ?
Ni nia Jisu husul tu kan si cha kan boy pa Jisu kri ban tu kin anung mi ma kan si asalo la ama du lo ning anung mi da kan si deu.
What is the stage of our faith journey? We came through a long way from the pilgrimage of Abraham. We worked alongside with Abraham, with Moses, with Joseph, with Jesus, with the disciples, with Paul, with Saul, with our brothers and sisters. Where are we walking right now?
Asia atu ahinte nasuk nakha sei bentuk zuk nakara tu no alon che mi cha Moses te na Abraham te na kan palan ha ni ansuk nakate na rot mo ni hin nang ma nasuk ni kate sei bentuk dir pun na dir.
Next line, I'm going to move a little faster. Otherwise we'll be here till 5 o'clock, okay? No. So I want to give you some of the history, the research, how the immigrants encounter hardships. Now, we all know that immigrants are facing a lot of anti-sentiment, anti-immigrants. And here, Asian American immigration history is way back 1882. They already have the first Chinese Exclusion Act.
Zai tukin da refugee asimi na ni zai tukin da kan intur ti mi vel de kan theche mi si la chu cha chun hi ka hin Asian America Asian minung na hi ka kan rat ka refugee in hi ka yi America ni act an to mi te mu phung an sa mi te umi thong kha zare som re la kum hi na chun Chinese Exclusion Act ti mi umi chu sulam zai si ka ti se chun zu asrama China minung kha nan ra la lo tia restrict an to na kha te kha alang ta bi si phung an sa mi.
In American Baptist, the first Chinese church was built by the Home Mission. Is called the First Chinese Baptist Church in Sacramento, California.
Chinese church kan TV hi apakha nakarakam sa mi California amedi.
Why? Because Sacramento was the place back in the day that they want to build a railroad the Pacific Union and the Atlantic Union to build the railroad. They call a lot of shipping, a lot of Chinamen, that they call them the coolies, back in the 1800s, to come in just to build the railroads.
So they can table to gain to chim to me to rival timi either nak iremlo nak timi Chinese siya chun kaba America le si zonga kaban to te ki tambi arakume.
It's too many, so they had to stop them. So they call the Chinese Exclusion Act, exclude them out coming into the United States.
Juja chun kaban to iremlo nak ha atam tiga kendi makai pungan sami ju American and Chinese minung ju American and rati lo timi pungan sari amina Chinese Exclusion Act dia amina now.
For 10 years until 1892, they want to they renewed the Exclusion Act that continuously exclude the immigrant coming in.
Chun tongkat zariat songkol kumni ahen di mapungan sami kha anzau thani anrem thandi. Chun di Chinese minung kan rati lo timi ka tu ju skola polmu sia ha chia semina le phim thiam nak anemi ha ju ara kom na se di khan rem thane di.
Until 1943, close to World War II, that they repealed the Exclusion Act, but they only allow 105 Chinese per year to come into United States.
Tongkat zago somli kum thum tiang ahen di thiban tu te pungan sercha kum khat ahen di minung za le panga shong long China minung hi US arat khosi di.
In 1952, Immigration and Nationality Act passage. Until then, they begin relax a little bit more open door for immigrants.
Sa anua kan du sa tin ka khapum kha anrak on de thoma e di.
And the big jump was in 1965, that 59 million immigrants came in since up to today. The 59 million immigrants came in since that open door policy.
Mai lan liu ye tu chun phung an ven ser mi an ven rep than za khan ti immigrant ti mi pem kha du sa de America an ra yi ti ni nia chun ti million song ale ko ti kha ka phan chang e ti.
By the Pew Research, this is an institute in Washington, D.C. that they study a lot of researchers. So that by 2065, U.S. will have 78 million immigrants. They cannot get rid of the immigrants because United States is a land where the immigrants come together.
Pew Research Central ni research antu aninga tu de na antu aninga chunti ara lai mi thong hi la somruk la kumnga hin chunti minung hi di ka arak pem ning mi hi million som sari la pariat tiang hi kan se kho ti kha anti America chu mi pem nai na si ti kha hi ni na tere di.
Next slide, please. And then after World War II, because so many people are displaced at the war, so they have the Refugee Relief Act of 1953. And so the United States been doing this kind of things on and off. I'm jump a little faster. The Refugee Relief Act of 1980, the same thing. And so for world refugees, American Baptists Home Mission, we are the organization being chartered to help resettle world refugees through church world service.
Matakin aminung katam dep an rai di thong kata sa kola som ret thong akan chunti no nikin America Baptist Church kha tuan bo apeki chu refugee na tol rel ding akan tang tla tu akan nak chang ti.
And so, next slide. The Asian population that grew 72% between 2000 and 2015. So it already grew a lot already. The last line, in 50 years, Asian will make up 38% of all U.S. immigrants. We become the biggest, largest immigrant groups in the United States.
Mada chun Asia minung na zong hi tam pi kan rat ti ka ju esa kan rai kan kar chin na mang e tu hi chu ati America minung hi som thum le paria percentage mo hi Asia menu kan chang hi USA in immigrant ha chun atam lai pol kan si ti
So 38% rounded up 40%. 40%, that means, 4 out of 10 people are Asian. 40 out of 100, you walk into the mall, are Asian.
Yes.
Right? So that translates into that. Now, next slide. American decor churches is suffering, downsizing. Okay? Now, I'm amazed that there's a Grace Community Church, such a mega church. Okay? But in American Baptist, main 9 denomination experiencing a fallout now, a decline.
Chutika America Baptist Church bi di arak zor azor chine di zero azor kan ti se atu ban to ge tu nan mana na Grace Baptist Church na Grace Community Church na hi ban to ge mega church ka ti mi mo church lian bi an rak chua ti ga khan di church afa de bol kha an tla wi ma alien na khan ana fon do khan du sa den azor e di.
And after World War II, people rebuild the family. People move from the city to the suburb. The population grow. And here the generation term is that, number one, which is close to that World War I, the GI, the people go fought the war. They come back, and these are the greatest generation. They go and fight for the country.
Hi kai an then mi de umi World War first and the voi khat na valairal atho na ngo liao umi minung na ni hen an ram cha pe ta rin an tu ni a chol chang tu si the great generation tia kan tie di.
So in a typical American church, you don't see this population. So we jump to number 2, 1925 to 1945. It's called the silent generation.
Thong ka zakwa kul la nga in som li la ku nga tiang hi ze tin da kan aw kan ti sia chun ti silent generation tia kan awe ti.
And American church, typically, you still have a number of this population that between the age 75 to 95.
Hi atu chimi de kan nan fiang so la lo kete ka ze na ti ka silent generation ti mi chu hi chan liu ara ku mi na ni ken ze kan ti la ral ruang kan menung hi depressed tam pian nga hi mo anan lo cha na si ja ka silent generation tia an ti mi si
And
ti mi
then
ka
from 1946 to 64, age 56 to 74. So many of us fall into that category. We are the baby boomers. So a lot of us are baby boomers.
Thong ka zakwa som li la kum ro kin som ro la kum li tiang ki an aw ni nga jun baby boomers tia an ti asul lam tu de si ka ti sia jun valai chungral avoi ni na atho lioi achuak mi menung kha ma generation kha hiti baby boomer tia la mi ha
But this generation is about to retire soon too. So jump to next slide, 4, 5, and 6. That born in 1965 to 79. These are the generation X, 40 to 54. Some of us are here, okay? A lot of them now talking. And then jump to the next one, the millennials. The millennials, our churches are full of millennials. In the new churches, the diaspora churches, full of millennials, but none of them in the new American church. So where are all the young people? So American churches are declining, but you are growing. Okay, you are growing. You're growing by reproduction. You're growing by immigration, whatever reason. But this is another catch thing. Where's the mission go? It's 5 and 6, the millennials and the Gen Z.
Ya makan ti mi ju generation an then mi de ka si chan an then mi de ka si atu kan ni an kan tam chan mi ju zai de si kan ti sia chun generation mo millennial ti mi generation atu mi no na hi kan ma na hi ma ka chu kan choloi adang de pol thong ka ko som ru kum ngai achuak mi minung na ka chu upa de khan chang atu kan mi chun millennial ti mi generation y ti mi kan tam he ti.
As I go around churches among the diaspora, Karen or Kachin or Jin, at Kereni and Dedham churches. Everybody want to buy a building. Okay, everybody want to buy a building.
Atui generation atui ommi minung na ni hindi jaga tela biak in chok mu kha kan rak tu ngai te kan du ngai joy ti building pakhat nei kha kan du eti
And which is good.
machu thabi
Because
si
you
ti
wanted to build a church home. Now the millennial is right in front of us. The Gen Z are right in front of us. Your children is right in front of us. So while we build a church or find a church home, where are we going to help the children? And this is, the mission on the go, the big question in such a time like this. So as you are young and beginning to build churches, so where you put the children?
hi kan ti mi chu building le chas zong kha wen nei ko wi so ta chun na ka kan fa le cha hin zai mi shen den da kan tuan ti mi atu ai ru ha we ti
I don't have an answer. You may not have an answer, but keep praying. So next slide.
cha chu ke ma zong ni zai kan ti lai a phi kan ai kho lo na ma zong na nei kho ben la lo sama sa ka kha kan ru ok a re ti
When I do a training for the pastor, these are the 3 key elements I want to share with you. The lay of the land, the place where you are, location, location, location. When you start a business, location, location, location. So today you are here, you want to find a church where is the location, the neighborhood is a key element. People, who are the people? Okay, so think about now, your generation, immigrant generation, first generation. But will your children will stuck with you? Okay, so this is a challenge for all of us, for immigrant churches, Latino, Asian, Japanese, Korean. I see that we all struggle with this.
Chim mi chu atu kan ton chu ma mi ho chiu zong ni Spanish po zong an to Asia e minung vilte ni kan ton mi chu tu he kan fa le he hin kan ru na ai lo ti lo kan kharu ni ai dang kan nun sia zong khai dang hi pia ta nai tu kan ton chiu mi si ti
The key element then is your passion. That's where the mission is. Okay, God give you a place, God give you a people, but you don't have passion, you don't have a mission. Forget it. You cannot run the church. You cannot run your spirit. So this 3 is thinking about Ezekiel, like a wheel, the spirit of God is keep moving. The wheel is spinning. These 3 come together, okay? Each 2 elements have their own intersecting, but the 3 thing, the unique one, the cross, the unique mission, that's where we focus on.
Chu te ga ti hi kai pung te soi mi te hi kai ma zo lo chu cha chu chuban du ruan a lo mi kan fa le khu sa mi kan si ti ka kan ne hat mi chu ti lung sao te mu kan ha we ti chon hi kai kai ding mi chu ti mi a bun pi ni te unique mission ti mi mu hi ka bel te atu awai atu mi biat an ton na cross te ki kan mission a kal nak te si ke te kha kan ma chiu zong chu ka le kan ka li rian tuan ni ka si ti mi khai kan ala tar mi se
So realize this unique mission is all surrounded by the Trinity, Father, God, and Son. And this is the sweet spot, the sweet spot where we want to yearn, where we want to live. Okay, where is God's dream is? The dream of Joseph, the dream of Abraham, the dream of Maryland Chin Baptist Church. This is the sweet spot that you need to hold on.
Ka hi kan abe pi chami kha achemi si la chu cha chun lan liu I Joseph ten ha kan pa le chun Abraham ten ha zong ni an kan du piak mi hi ka an kan chip lo mang mi kan kal na teng chu ti hi kan abe mi unique mission ti ati mi alai te ki mission le ya kan ma zong ka focus tu hi ka le ka kan na thon ni kan chol chang ding kha abe pi ngai mi si ti
So what is the mission challenge today? The last slide. And this is, I track since 2006 when the Korean, the Chin, all ethnic Chins in, the 7 different groups. You are all over the map, all over the map. Okay? American Baptists are proud of you. But American Baptists declining. the Way Church, what are you going to do? You are missionaries. So we have the voice now, okay, to speak to our friends within American Baptists and beyond, of course. So that's the map that shows where you are all over. Next.
Vậy mà khá tụi bung ở bên tua media khăn nên dấu asia chun atang lei khăn ta chun karen menu karen hi mun zai zat an ti mi te kha chin kha ti mi te kha lang lai ma cha chun ni nia nang ma na kai mai ni nia America Baptist Church bi hi atu hi atla chu ma ti se atla chu ma chang cha nang ma na kai mai ni hi ka hi missionary ka se chu cha voice kan nei missionary ben tuk betak tin kan chol chang ni kha hi mun an boy ba ya kan tuk pyang mi si ti kha
And I ended up in this tongue is that mission going through a full circle. When Justin went over to Burma, he went over there. 205 years now, you're coming back. You go out there, you're coming back. It's going through a full circle. Now, this full circle is a mission on the move because it's run. It had to keep rolling. So it's really up to you. Okay, as a church, you started small, you started unsettling, but you are discerning the Spirit of God. Where the lay of the land, where the people, where's your passion, where's your togetherness on that. The book, when I read this whole book, I cried so many times, but I read it through, and at the night, just to say the promise of God is as bright as the future.
Khai ka hin be fun na ban to ben achim mi si kan ti sia chun lan liu wa cha san siam boi ba hi nan sin ara hi mission ra tuan nin nia chun nan ma tu kha an ra ma nan ra than chang ai chu cha chun hi mun hi kan mission mun a si hi mun a hin kan ni mission jen kan tuan o si ti mi atang pi hi kan thei dinga kan nun pi dinga pi ngai si ti
Really the last line, I think. The last two. So, get set, go. You're on the move. So, last one. Mission challenge in such a time like this. Let's do it. Let's pray. God, we thank you for this time because, God, you have spoken to us in regardless of who we are and what we do. But you hold us as a church from far and near. We pray for the people that had not gotten the freedom, and we still pray to you, oh God, even though we had gotten our freedom, but yet there are still a different types of bondage in us. But we pray that God, you'll be faithful, and we'll be faithful following you from this time on. Amen. Thank you.